So, if you're a developer working in the Frappe ecosystem, you know the pain of setting up a new project. But what if you could just skip it? All of it. Well, today we're going to dive into a tool that promises exactly that. It's called BenchPress, and its whole goal is to create one-click developer environments. Let's see how they pull it off. I mean, seriously, who hasn't, right? You're all fired up, ready to jump into some new code, a new feature. But nope. Instead, you're going to spend the next few hours, maybe the whole day, just wrestling with dependencies, fighting with Python and Node version conflicts, and messing with config files. It's a universal frustration for developers everywhere, and it's the perfect place for us to start. Okay, but before we jump into the solution, let's really sit with the problem for a minute. We're calling this section the developer's setup nightmare, and I'm willing to bet this list of headaches is going to look very familiar to just about everyone watching. Yeah, this whole mess should feel pretty familiar. It always starts with, at least 30 minutes just installing the basics. But then, pretty soon, you're hitting those version conflicts. You're cluttering up your main operating system with all these global packages. You're fighting with your teammates over shared ports that keep clashing. And because of all this, onboarding a new developer becomes this day-long ordeal. And don't even get me started on trying to securely share your work in progress. It's a huge security risk. It's a total productivity killer. But what if I told you there's a better way? Well, there is. Let's meet the hero of our story today, BenchPress. It's a solution that was designed from the ground up to make every single one of those problems just go away. And this right here is the core promise. It's that simple. You press a button and you get a fully configured, totally containerized Frappe bench. The idea is so beautifully simple, you almost forget how ridiculously complex the problem is that it's solving. So what is it exactly? Well, to be precise, BenchPress is a self-hosted tool. And what it does is automate your entire Frappe setup. We're talking the database, Redis, SSH, all of it. And it packs it neatly into a single, perfectly isolated Docker container. It's complete automation combined with perfect isolation. So how does all this magic actually work? It really all comes down to two key ideas: templates, which they call labs, and the instances that you create from them. The model they use is just so simple and so powerful. Just think of a lab as your architect's blueprint, right? You define it one time, what Frappe version you need, which apps, the resources. Then a bench instance is the actual building you construct from that blueprint. It's a live running container. And the best part, you can spin up as many buildings as you want, all from that one single blueprint. Okay, so this totally streamlines the entire workflow. First, you define your lab template with all your apps and versions. Then you build it, which creates a reusable Docker image. After that, you just click deploy. BenchPress handles everything else, even automatically setting up a secure VPN for you. All you do is download the little config file, connect, and you start coding. It's really that simple. All right, for all of you out there who love to see what's going on under the hood, let's pop it open. Let's take a look at some of the really smart design decisions that make BenchPress so effective and, frankly, so secure. Now, this right here is a really key design choice they made. Instead of having you juggle a bunch of different containers with something like Docker Compose, BenchPress puts everything, the database, Redis, the app server, the whole shebang, into one single container. And the logic is just beautifully simple. One bench equals one container. It's clean, and it actually mirrors the way a developer's local machine is set up anyway. And when you look at the architecture, it's just so clean and well-structured. It separates all the concerns beautifully. You've got a modern view front end for the user, and then a back end where every single component has one clear job. There's a central brain for orchestration, specific managers for Docker and security, and then a background queue to handle all the heavy lifting. This kind of design makes the whole system really robust and easy to maintain. Now, the networking model here it's just brilliant. By default, absolutely nothing is exposed to the public internet. Zero. You connect through a secure WireGuard VPN, and then BenchPress uses these clever routing rules to connect you directly to the services running inside the container. What does that mean? It means every single environment is secure right out of the box. Okay, so we've seen the problem, we've seen this really elegant solution. Let's bring it all home now. Why is this a genuine, honest-to-goodness game changer for developers? Well, the bottom line is this. Every single pain point we listed at the very beginning is directly solved. Setup errors, they just vanish. The perfect isolation means no more dependency conflicts. You can onboard new developers in minutes, not days. That ultra-secure remote access is just built right in, and the reusable templates guarantee consistency across your entire team. It just streamlines the whole development lifecycle. And what does all of that smart engineering get you? Well, it gets you this. From the moment you click deploy to having a secure, isolated development environment ready for your code, the entire process takes less than 5 minutes. And really, that's the thought I want to leave you with. Just imagine all of that time, all of that creative energy, now focused on what actually matters, building great things instead of fighting with configurations. So what could you build if setup took 5 minutes instead of 5 hours? It's a pretty exciting question.